channel name has been changed. We are now called the Restaurant Gang.
What? The restaurant thing?
Yes, we have Denny's, you are Hardee's, and I'm either KFC or Kmart. So, we are now the Restaurant Gang. Hold on, wait.
Couldn't find anything else that started with H.
Oh, do you know any other restaurants that start with H that are, like, somewhat well known?
Oh, we don't want someone. For now, I'll go with Hardee's. Hold on, I gotta...
Alright, medic! So, I already told Hardee's where we left off. See, I can't wait till we do this one. This one's so much fun.
So... Tech girl got herself murdered.
Yes.
Danganranpa.
I hope you guys are all wide awake for this.
That's Denny's.
Ah, Denny's! Come and join us!
Yes. Investigation. Okay, let's talk to everyone.
Alright, let's talk to...
If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating.
We are investigating, moron.
She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know. Being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. Ew!
She reminds me of someone I know.
Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it all, right? I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But does she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff.
Is it being sexist, or is... Because, come on, the person standing right next to you is like 10 times stronger than you, and she's definitely a girl. Like, look at that!
Am I voicing her or you?
You are.
I think, yeah. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It would be hard for someone to carry her. Still, I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that way?
Yeah, it was at night. Everyone was trying to have been in their dorms.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up, so I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However...
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account. What do you think you're doing, Foz? What do you think you're doing?
Okay, so she wanted really badly...
Yeah,
to go
and also, yeah, she wanted to become a stronger person.
That's noble. So she was whacked with the dumbbell and wrote bloodlust on.
Yeah. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma's file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
Yes.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a murder weapon.
Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh, already? New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
Let's go.
That's true, but if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. Oh, by the way, you had to kind of watch it, but it's set up as like this was purposely done as for fun. Someone purposely did this, and also Toko's acting weird.
Toko?
The crazy orgasm lady face.
Oh, so I was kind of right.
Yeah. Ew. So this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation. Figure it out for yourself. It's not fun if you don't, right? Shut up.
So wait, is this a swimming pool? Why is there a machine gun in the swimming pool?
There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, which have nothing to do with the case. This gun was used. No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would have been riddled with holes.
We have access to video cameras in this.
I remember this card reader in handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. Said that, then quickly and sharply cut.
Did you call for me?
Ew!
Hi!
Domesticated?
Right.
It seems that Makoto has a
You
question.
need something?
Sure, what's up?
Wait, so every time I need you, all I have to do is clap my hands? Really? That's how it works?
Yeah.
Alright, Mono, I will definitely do that later in this game, so keep your ears open for clap, got it?
Well, it's just about this card reader. Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. Can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. It is impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
Wow.
And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook,
Of
correct?
course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girl locker room means...
It has to be
Hey,
a girl.
Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able
So,
to...
in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I
such
get it right?
ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been right in front of you the entire time. Strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to it. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. You ain't a main course.
Yeah, you're about the size of my leg. I could kick you into the wall if I really wanted to, but then again, the machine gun would riddle me with bullets, so... I'm not really interested in the mood to die today.
Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore.
Yeah.
They're things. Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so...
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop
Unbelievable.
or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in the mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself.
Thank
Let's
you.
head to the main hall. Main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I get what he means, but I'm just gonna let him say it.
So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself?
What, you don't get it?
I already know how this goes.
I know.
There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. Immediately turn on one of the books, and when I did... Sayaka Maizono. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
Oh, I get it. So by borrowing one of the dead girl's ebooks, you can get through any place.
Or one of the boys.
Yeah.
I
Vice
see.
versa.
Yeah, now I understand. Main e-hall...
What?
Hold on a second.
Very
What's wrong?
strange.
One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right? It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs.
It was pretty brutal.
The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death.
It was pretty brutal, yeah.
You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Ah! Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey!
I didn't clap for you, go away.
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break! It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, you wouldn't do crap! Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
I can't hear you!
What's a secret? I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
Why would we break the handbooks?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask how that could be. Even the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened?
Oh, no.
Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's undeniable the fact that it's not
That's
turning on.
fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it just doesn't matter for now. Think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
I don't know, maybe it isn't charged? Do these things need chargers?
I don't think so. Okay, then this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Not quite? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. And you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that
Don't
killed
make me
Chihiro?
repeat myself.
By the way, Genocide Jack is like a murderer in the real world.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it earlier.
We have my little boy here. He's so cute.
He's a pain, but okay.
He's the cutest. The murderous fiend is
What?
Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them.
You
What
mean the
nickname
bear?
did the bear give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Ow!
Yeah, it's definitely the bear. The description matches the bear. Come on.
No, it's an actual human being. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that?
They're all killers.
You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
I just hate it when you're being vague.
Don't make...
And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... hey, you two! Oh, that's you.
Oh. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please. You gotta come help me.
What is it, Asahina?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please. We gotta go. Gotta come help me.
Just calm down, okay, Hina?
But it's an emergency.
Emergency? What happened?
Something's wrong with
Toko.
Toko. She's acting super strange.
Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? Oh, earlier she fainted at the sight of blood and started acting really weird. What should we do,
Very
Byakuya?
strange.
Oh wait, that was you. Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you
Don't
sure?
make me repeat myself.
Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure you'd just say no and then...
Yeah!
Thank you. Come on, hurry.
Wait
Let's
for
go.
us, Hina! Looks like she's headed to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Okay.
Such
You're
ignorance.
talking to the wrong person, you waste space.
Oh wow, thanks.
Ah! Can I marry you?
You want to marry a person who talks trash to you?
No.
Guys, you're too slow.
I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency?
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we took tea. Just tell me the tea, honey. Just tell me the tea. In her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, is she dead?
No, she's not dead.
It was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
Weird
That's
stuff?
fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Toko! Hey, baby! I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Hi!
Hi.
Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What, it's you?
Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that?
She's been acting like that the whole time. When I ran a little while ago.
I'll drive out. Do you want to voice her or me?
You do it.
Okay. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. See, I do a good scammer, a girly pitch, don't I?
You're just a voice actor who's not a voice actor.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't bust it.
Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. If she thinks the same thing as Byakuya. Ah!
Would you stop biting my hand?
I have a boy dog and he's a brat.
Yes, you are!
Okay.
Really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think she has a split personality and she doesn't want it to come back out, so she's throwing herself in a room.
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Byakuya! Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? Come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever.
Huh. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to.
Oh, by the way, he was being a huge jerkwad, like, yesterday morning. He told us that he don't care if anyone lives or dies as long as he wins, so.
I mean, technically, I can see that happening.
Byakuya stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying! Ah!
It's
Byakuya!
Byakuya.
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise, but don't worry, never again! I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again! And with that, the door slammed shut. Even, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a split personality.
Well, you.
Yeah. Even Byakuya couldn't pull her out.
There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. You could come hang out?
Yeah, if you could, it would be nice.
I don't know if I would be able to go get her, though. What did you get? Did you take her mask?
She took my mask!
Where did you go?
Okay. I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna believe you.
He's a butthead. He took your mask.
I know! Alright, so...
I don't think I'd be able to go get her. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
You read that?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to come get you now. It's 1 o'clock and we have to go somewhere at 4 o'clock.
Oh, David's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
I told you this. I told you her brother went to Iowa City.
Well, yeah.
It's fine. We could, if you just want to hang out and chat with us, that's fine. Like I said, I don't know if I can come get you. I love how we're talking on a live stream about how we're gonna go get you.
I don't know. It's technically only the 3 of us right now, so...
Okay. What do you want, Byakuya? Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack
Don't
really
make
in the
me
library?
repeat myself.
Ew. Stop.
You said you wanted to marry him earlier.
It was a joke. We need to find real quick. Shut up then! God.
There's a letter. Are we gonna click on it? Yeah.
I already looked at the letter earlier.
Oh.
The letter talked about how the school was shut down, like, a year ago.
Okay, we'll see you then!
Oh, you're coming?
Yeah, she says right there in big, bolding letters, I'm coming.
Where do I... What do you want?
Don't make me
There's a... I don't know where you want. Is it this? It's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside.
Let's go.
Oh, here? It all makes sense once you're inside. Ew.
You know, someone could really just take the time, considering we're
So, in
technically
other
in
words-
quarantine anyway, to just clean up this archive room.
Dude, it's perfect that we're playing this, because we're all in quarantine.
Yeah, because, you know, we're technically in quarantine inside the game, and we're in quarantine in real life. For me, just for something to do, I would just clean up this room.
Wooden box. It's empty. Looks like there was something inside. Wonder what it was. It proved very useful when I was in the library. An extension cord. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw the idea using in the library before. See, look at him! He knows how to... What's the word? He's confident! That's what I want!
Oh no, he's kind
What?
of convenient.
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Hey, Monica McCoy. Shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one out at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
That's right.
Huh? The report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf.
Oh, come
Just-
on, it's not like we're
No.
going to leave anyway. What kind of information would we be able to use?
Stuff on the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those files are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person would never want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean?
None of us are normal here!
All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh! There's so many files stuffed on the shelf. What's all
That's
in
enough.
all these things? Those documents are dangerous.
These are all dangerous.
Dangerous. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows.
Wow, because the Wait, are we talking like about the Cabal?
The Cabal?
Shh! You don't know what they are, and that's the good
Don't
thing.
throw Bulbasaur at me! Wait, I don't know if you guys can hear him. Hold on, wait. Let me get Bulbasaur for you guys.
Okay, so it's basically like the Cabal for,
I don't know if you guys heard that, but there's Bulbasaur.
the League of Shadows, or the Owls.
Oh yeah! Society of Owls?
Mm-hmm.
What are other secret organizations? I don't know.
Let me see. Or maybe...
The Light?
Yeah.
The Blade? Yeah. You're just kidding, right? Am I?
I don't know.
Am I?
It's plausible. Oh, the 13. Yeah, 13 would definitely count.
So, are you finally beginning to understand the truth of this Splendor Library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
It is kind
This can't be real, right?
Such
I'd so
ignorance.
read some of this.
I would like go through all of it and then
I'd go through the criminal stuff.
I would just sort all of it and then start reading everything so I could sort it better. This would be like my secret hideaway.
Excuse me, before I forget, I got you a present.
Oh no.
It's nothing bad. Oh wait, let me open it. By the way, guys, it was Hardy's birthday like 2 weeks ago, and she didn't tell me.
Oh, it wasn't important.
Well, here, I bought this. I can open it.
don't have to do this. You don't have to go
I
through all
got it for a reason. Shut up.
Alright, what is it that you want?
They're best friend necklaces!
Oh, there's gold and silver. Ah, I get it. Wait, who's gold if I have hot, icy hot?
Do you want the red one or the blue one?
Ah, they're both icy hot.
You want the red one or the blue one?
I don't know. Do you like to be hot or do you like to be cold?
I mean, I don't care.
Do you like red or blue, Lord?
I like to be hot, so I'll just take Endeavor's power.
See, I bought these like a while ago, or like a couple weeks ago, and I got them, and I'm like, I would just take it. You can wear it if you would like. I'm not gonna wear it right now though, because I don't feel like it. Also, I got a pair of earrings, and I'm really sad because I already lost them. I just got them too. But yes, there you go. My present to you.
Thank you. Alright, back to the cold cases.
Well, it's not. I just remembered it.
You remembered it while searching through.
Yes, it reminds me of best friends.
So classified intel reminds you that we're best friends.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the Mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
I mean, if you gave me all this, I probably wouldn't be bored.
I mean, we both wouldn't be bored just by looking at it. This would be like our secret hideaway that we would spend most of the
Yeah,
day in.
me, like, if we were ever in a killing game, me and you would just be chilled out in the corner, like, we're not gonna die, we're just gonna be by ourselves at all times.
Yeah, we're just gonna, like, be together at all times. And be in this room that no one knows about or wants to go into. And be like...
And they'd always ask us where we were at, and we'd be like, we were, like, off.
We were together and we're perfectly fine, we're safe. And everyone's be like, you're the killer! We're not the killer.
And Monokuma would come in and be like, there can only be one killer. And it's like, not us, boys.
Yeah, guys.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
No, they're not.
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world.
I mean, in this world.
If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you?
No, he doesn't.
Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? Well, what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents you have here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt.
What?
Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be, like, top secret confidential stuff,
Wait,
right?
I have a question.
So
How
why?
long have we been here? I think I've lost the fragment of time. Exactly how long have we been here? There's a bunch of books. How will you have the time to read them all more than
By
once?
the way, I think this entire game is in a span of a week and a half.
Wait, how could you read all that stuff in a week and a half?
This is not even a week and a half. This is the entire game in a week and a half. It's been 2 days.
How did you read all this more than once in 2 days? Did you spend the night here or something? Come on!
I would assume. I mean, you don't have to stay in your room all night. I mean, I don't know how he gets his sleep, but... and not as Dusty, huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is
So,
that
in
possible?
other words,
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows.
Yeah, it's called the Cabal.
My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that influence me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. It's beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
Oh, come on.
And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. See, I love cold cases too! That's so interesting to me.
Especially when it's been like 30 years.
Yeah, like 30 years and then new information pops up and they're like, well, we got him now!
Or they know who it is, but in 30 years the person still hasn't gotten caught yet.
Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. Same. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. Okay. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's true for anyone ever. You can go through all that you want, but sometimes there are just not enough evidence. Ever. That's why they're called cold cases. There's not enough information. You want to sit on the floor.
I'm sitting on the floor for personal reasons.
And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. Crazy took Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Hiro.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Save your surprise, the best is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media never found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse,
it was suspended. And
her body
blood
was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? See, that reminds me, I really want to make like my own Danganranpa execution type thing. So I want to draw one. That'd be so much fun.
You want to draw one?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh no. Wait, like you want to put us in a Danganranpa thing?
No. Like, make my own character and do, like, a fun execution with it. The executions are sometimes really, like, cool. I will say, though, in the second game, they have the weirdest execution I have ever seen, and I don't get it. And then one of the executions just makes me really sad. Because he did not deserve it! Even though he killed a person, he did not deserve it. So much, he did not. Okay, so that's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That's right. In other words. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer. Really is walking around among us.
Okay, quick question.
Interesting.
So if, what's her name again?
Toko?
Yeah, Toko. The fact that she started freaking out when she saw the body and fainted, and then started talking about Genocide Jack, would that mean she knew about the suspension of the bodies, and also the blood on the wall?
Well, Toko's already told us that she doesn't do well with blood, and that's why she fainted.
But I feel like because she started mumbling about Genocide Jack, that she has some sort of connection in this.
Yeah. I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out the truth.
Why do you trust us so much with this information? We could kill you.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Can you let me see it? Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time.
Oh,
Feel
okay.
free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you.
It's a weird looking,
Yeah, I can't handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped.
Why is the file look black when everything else is red and blue?
I have no idea. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected.
So, this person really likes, scissors.
Oh my god! They killed a 14-year-old! Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. Oh god. Komatsuna Taro, Takafumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takashi Masamune, Yuto Yumajima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. One of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of each murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood.
Quick question. How does scissors and the wall be able to withstand the weight of the body?
Because this is anime.
Okay.
Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next
reality,
page?
that wouldn't happen.
Stop! I don't care! Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays or night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was an external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So in other words,
I knew it! I said it! I said it! You know I said it!
I know! The key point here is the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story.
Ah, I
This
was
one is way
right.
more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Hey, Peanut.
Alright, she's the murderer. She did it. She has to die.
Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Byakuya!
We have. Everything makes sense now. We know who the murderer is. Time to go kill her.
Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial.
Okay.
Huh? Just all those
I don't
stuff
have
like
time
that?
to play with you.
Come on, enough annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time?
No.
Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Well,
Alright.
goodbye.
Thank you.
Just like
for
that, he was gone.
Thank you
Just
for the
as
useful
quickly
information.
As he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro, and that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I had to find that out no matter what it takes.
Wow, you're dead.
And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. Go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay.
Can I go with the other guy? He's more knowledgeable than the guy we have right here. He's so gosh darn dense.
Okay, map. Okay. So where's everyone at? Taka. Taka?
Oh wait, we can go up the stairs now?
Yeah, we're on the second floor.
Oh.
That's where the murder took place, on the second floor. Sorry. Taka? Hey, Taka.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough.
Really?
Yeah, me and Denise did a thing where we were like, what do you think everyone's embarrassing secrets are?
Oh.
Oh, okay, main hall. So if I go to the main hall, we can find Yasuhiro. Weed Man!
Yes, the stoner.
You know this man is doing some form of drug.
That's why I said
Oh,
stoner.
hey, Makoto.
I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox.
You know about the mailbox. That's gonna be useful later.
Yes. Where's everyone else? Oh, okay.
Wait, he's at the pool?
Hi, Hifumi.
Da-da-da-da-da!
Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity
I
of the
feel
culprit.
as if...
Another stats increase for me! Evidence? What did you find? That's just it. But I
I'm
guarantee
sure of
that
it.
what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Sure about that?
His lungs?
Said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? To the boys' locker room. There's some important stuff.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Why is it that in the boys' locker room there's a boy band, but in the girls' locker room there's porn?
This poster! The popular boy band
I feel like these should have been switched.
Strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet.
Vomit full of blood from previous people.
And you're right. The posters are important.
Oh, good. Anyone else feel like taking a dip? I need to cool off my head for considering how dense our character is.
Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers. Guess not. Oh, I got a cool coin. Okay. Guess there's nothing there. Leave the pool, and we'll go back to the girls' locker room.
Okay. I still don't like you. How can we go into the girls' locker room?
Oh, because the doors are open up now. Because of the crime.
It honestly looks like this should have been in the boys' locker room.
The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable, too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys'
You're
locker
dead.
room, there's a poster of popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. The posters have been switched. But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms.
I had already figured that out. you
Okay, Sakura?
Slug.
You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. You think that poster in the boys and girls' locker rooms could have been switched? Sorry, I can't really say. I never paid any attention to the posters.
However...
There is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. Protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain.
Oh.
See any stain on the carpet now? Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up.
Oh, the stain in the boys' locker room. Wait.
Blood. Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? This one's you, I know that.
Generally
However,
speaking. But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to him.
Something besides the investigation? What is
well,
it?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just
Concentrate!
concentrate on
You
the
got
murder.
this.
so
But-
then,
Before I go, I'll give you a little piece of advice. You should examine her body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine
Goodbye.
its whereabouts. That's it. I'll be praying for your success.
With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. If Chihiro's handbook is missing, it definitely is worth worrying about. Yay! Hey, Mondo. Dude had a real complex about being weak.
Didn't we already go through this with you? Why are you still here?
Hey, Chihiro. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Like, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all?
No.
But one more thing.
It looks like an extension.
The more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her.
Yeah.
That's right.
We knew that.
And the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Okay. A map. Oh! You like that sound?
Alright, so I already know who the killer is.
Who is it?
I'm pretty sure it's, the girl who's locked herself in the room, and I can't remember any of these people's names because I really don't care. The girl with the T name.
Toko?
Yeah, Toko. I think it's her.
Yeah? Alright. Okay, so back to the library. Trust me, this case is really weird.
Looks like someone took the extension cord from the... Yeah, because that's missing.
I wonder if library desk lamp.
So someone took the extension cord from this room and put it in the library. But we already know who put it in the library. So the person who took the extension cord from the library and tied her...
It's gone. Did
in-
someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who could do something like that. I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Uh-oh.
What?
Byakuya took it.
The cold case fire?
Yep.
File. He's probably gonna use it during the thing, so it's gonna be fine.
Okay, so we gotta go talk to Celeste.
Okay.
Hey, Celeste.
How deep is this warehouse?
Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing and has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the
Most
case?
unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might have misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something? Very well, I will tell you.
Actually-
And only you. Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was at the warehouse.
Indeed.
What, really?
Okay.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Well, apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there's no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Woo! Okay. Come on. I might have to look up how to do this case, by the way, because I didn't super pay attention. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? I think Denise is here.
Oh, yay. Same as before. She won't come out. And she just keeps on mumbling something about genocidal Jack. Yep, sounds about right.
Oh, we gotta start getting this case done. Where'd she go?
Not over here.
What are you doing? Oh, okay.
What is she doing?
She's going to the bathroom.
Oh.
Everyone, Denny's is now here.
Yay, I've arrived.
You left her there? Hello.
Hello, peeps.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna go head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course! Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much.
Did she hang out with
No. You have to speak up a little louder, too.
Okay.
Otherwise the mic can't hear you. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said, oh, by the way, let me catch you up while she went to the bathroom. Yeah, let's leave. But, basically, this crime scene has been set up as the serial killer, remember?
Yeah.
Genocide Jack?
Yeah.
And we are a firm believer that Toko is Genocide Jack.
Orgasm face girl?
Yes,
Yeah,
Orgasm
she
Face
is.
Girl.
100% yes.
And we got to hear Hardy's say porn, so that was fun. You missed it.
I know.
Yeah, totally.
It's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex?
Lesbian.
Oh, wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her? The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl.
Is it my time?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Don't worry, Hardee's, we won't start without you! We're just getting a little information.
What
Or-
should my nickname be?
Donald.
No.
We'll just call you Dal.
No.
I mean, his name
D
is
to the
Leonard
op.
could
D to the
literally
op.
be a nickname.
D to the op.
No.
No. It's about to begin.
I don't want.
The red door is right through here.
Dal and Donald are stupid.
Are you ready?
Wait,
So,
don't
everyone
touch
ready
me!
to what?
Why not?
Yo,
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is...
It's red now.
You can turn on the light. And don't worry, if you need a costume, we got about 20 in there.
It might be confusing. I don't think it is.
You're fine.
No one's here. What's your Captain America thing right there? I mean, no.
Alright, are you guys ready to do the class trial and how awesome it is?
Yeah.
I still...
Come
I'm
on.
going to be a prosecutor. I am a prosecutor.
She's a crucial part of the trial.
What are you
this
gonna
time.
do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
Please!
Just like he said a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. I told him I don't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you could drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. So now everyone's here, right? Okay, then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
let's go.
So shall we get going? It's about time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's not Coco. What? That's way. I mean, yeah, like she's a murderer, but it's way too obvious though. Like the game is setting it up, and there's gotta be a plot.
I will uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts of wicked individual. Kyoko,
I think it would be Coco, but like, just with the fact that it's so obvious, it's never the person. It's never the more obvious suspect. So I think it's probably something else.
Shall we go?
I have no idea.
Oh, very sad.
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe.
You make...
Hey, Toko!
Okay.
Oh, she's definitely
Hey,
the
come
murderer.
on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. Now, y'all are gonna have to help me with the clues and stuff, because I don't remember much past this one.
I
not...
haven't been here at all.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Let's go. I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart start to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't handle all my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. Ooh. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. I love how Oi is just staring into the wall. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
Wait, how are we gonna voice that? They're staring at...
Yeah, not the trials. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it at all. Not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly portrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly thing. A deadly class trial!
We get it! There's a lot of death in this scene. Don't forget to save constantly.
Yes.
How to start things when you get it.
Set skills. Okay. So you have attentive influence. Algorithm. Don't. Yeah, okay. I got all of them. Let's finish preparations. Ready for the class trial?
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out who does, then I'll punish everyone peace. Okay, let's talk about
IHOPs. Yeah, IHOPs.
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Make your argument.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Strong
It
girl?
appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument.
Because no one
But
would.
what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Poor baby.
Chihiro's, it appears it would.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
What? Are you serious?
Chihiro's,
That's
it
so
appears it would.
dumb.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would.
Poor Chihiro.
Shut up!
Chihiro's, it appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
There, gone.
No,
That's wrong!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You
Yes.
looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
No, it's not. That's how.
If you don't mind,
That's how
I will
trials
proceed
work,
from
you
here.
stupid.
Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
No! You already know! I already know because I spoiled the entire series for myself!
And I don't know, so you have to bear it with me.
Did he really kill Chihiro? No, that has been added. Absolutely. This mate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your actions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so but there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to... however, if you choose an actual remark with your silencer instead of white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take it... Okay. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation ahead of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. No, this is kind.
Alright.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Yeah.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
That's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
Hey!
Oh my god!
So, I don't know who that is!
Why make it slower?
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed.
Oh, wait. Let me... R1 button. Okay.
As far as I'm...
That's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
There.
No, it's wrong.
There we go. Sorry, I'm like trying to remember how to play.
That's okay.
Might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case according to the file. There appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
How the victim was positioned, right?
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. It's just not one person, but multiple people, right?
Yeah. This is why I'm so head-bent on it being Toko. What's this?
Oh yeah, well, what is it? What?
Maybe an S? Let's just go with S. I. I don't even know what kind of word
Okay,
it's
hold on.
spell.
Hold on. I literally don't know what it is. So sorry everyone that we're cheating for a hot second.
Yeah,
No,
no.
always cheat though.
Danganranpa Trial 2.
Alright.
Sleepy time.
You just got here.
Literally, you just did. Why won't you look up?
I know. I definitely think it's Toga.
Toko. It's not Toga, amigo. She's innocent, I swear.
He's in a different universe, so
I
he's
know.
fine.
Are you serious? That's what it is? That's so dumb! Schizo!
Now I understand.
What? Schizophrenic?
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They
Yeah,
thought
it
that the
was in the
suspect
file.
might have.
How did you forget about
what did they
that
call
one?
it?
It was a big
Dissociative
part.
identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have been a split personality has to do with her
behavior change.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine. Is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
Oh, so that's what happened?
The world is sent. There's a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
You guys ready?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Genocide Jack.
Woo!
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
So you figured ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
What happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Intense.
See, I hate Toko, but I love Genocide.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
She's fun.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all this.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up.
You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect...
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're...
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, he's wrong.
That's wrong!
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
Yep.
But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that. in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Cannibalism!
Are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
What else is wrong,
guys? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each genocide. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Wait, where are the victims all men?
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They're all boys!
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the movie side of me just hates it!
Boy-on-boy fangirl,
to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Yeah!
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Who could have copied it, guys? Glasses!
Yeah, he's the only one who would have the information yet about the arrangement of the body.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
You guys think it's
Then the
Byakuya?
reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then
Well,
I
yeah.
must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
That's suspicious. Because nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Absolutely. Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me
because
with
you
you.
killed a girl?
And you would have killed another?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the...
That's a natural reaction!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong! I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning... Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us. What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you?
Okay.
There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in...
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Okay.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
Yeah,
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Alright, guys.
No, that's wrong!
That's wrong!
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
She's resting on me. I'm coming.
Is that about right?
No, I don't think so.
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait,
What's
not
wrong?
even involved?
I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihira's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean you really just accept what Byakuya said is the truth? The scene of the crime, I think.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who's been so confident up until now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime...
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Do you know the proof?
Yeah! No. We have poster, we have coffee stain. We have 2 sets of proof.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Ooh, hold on, there's like... Oh, yeah, you're laying down our remote. Okay, now you can lay down. You were like shoving it into my lip.
More proof
What?
is some posters. The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Yeah!
But don't you think that's kind of strange?
No.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not the stain that was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-hand, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Broken.
No, it's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Are you guys going trick-or-treating?
Sure.
I mean, door to door with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
That's today.
Why not?
We're
Because
doing
Leon's
it 2
handbook
days.
was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess
do you have
that'd be
any
pretty
other
impossible,
bags
huh?
Like this? Or small bags, or...
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Come here.
Hey, if we're gonna do it,
I have 2 of them. I have 2 bags.
We will. Continue.
You're going to get her... I can have her costume.
Here's a Gettysburg one. Okay, here's Gettysburg.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and
Yeah, I
you'd be
texted Vicky
safe.
and I said, "Look, Carl's
Hit the nail
friends are coming
square
out
on
with
the
her."
noggin.
And she goes, "Seriously?" And then I said,
Of course,
I
if
go,
it were broken,
yeah.
that
And
wouldn't
she-
make
then
any
she's like,
sense
ha,
anyway.
Ha, ha, you know, and then she called me and she's like, "Why does Coral have to have 2 friends come?" I said, "Because the one came." And she goes, "Well, I thought that you, Guy, and the kids would stick around for a little bit." And Guy said, "Well, do whatever the fuck." That's how my best friend is
She
going off the
must have
rock.
hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
Do you seriously?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
I got the MJ.
So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Your book bag or that bag? Well, did
Hold
you
on
see
a
the other
second.
bag up there?
I agree with
upstairs
you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Poor Opal's in her syrup face.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
How could she have
Well,
gotten
to explain
access,
that,
guys?
why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess. Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... back here.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check
Be
it
sure to
again?
examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully.
No way! It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything.
I like
it's
how
just
all the boys are just
based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Thank you.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
That would be worse.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
She won't go down the stairs. Sakura then began to quietly examine
Be
her
sure
body.
to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a
The
boy!
I knew it.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Femboy! Yay!
Yeah, I was wondering when your
You're
reaction
joking,
to that was
right?
about to start.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
There you guys go.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Ozzy, stay away from Toro.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd.
What?
I said we get my favorite person over here and you ruin it.
I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Oh, okay. Yes. Don't give cars to everybody.
True.
This is the most titillating situation!
Look at your stupid dog.
Alright. What's up, dummy?
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Found it in the girls' locker room.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
Come here!
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die
Who do
here.
y'all think did it now?
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Stupid! I
lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
So it had to be one of the
Killer was able to gain access to the real murder, which means the killer
got
and the
it!
guy.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing. Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Even that. Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves. Game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Yeah. We got
Isn't
some
there
more
a single clue that might lead...
Well, did nobody get a look?
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new...
It's over.
You want to know who saw the killer?
And it's not like they're just gonna... Game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to...
Well, clues are one thing. Did nobody get a look?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Stop!
It's all over.
You want to know who saw the killer? And it's not like they're just...
Game over, man.
Yay! No! Not
God,
game
I
over!
hate this. I know
Isn't
what it
there
is!
a single clue?
Let me!
Did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
I'm gonna be in tears!
Shoot!
What is it?
I'm pretty sure it's the last one.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead...
Well, did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw the killer?
That one.
It's not like they're just gonna... Game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw the
Killer.
That one.
And only the killer.
God.
No, that's wrong.
If you can't tell, I'm not the best.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he...
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
What? Yeah, in a minute!
And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
We gotta get going here in a little bit.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure...
What? You want... Even if we had the equipment for that, we would...
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more.
Are you guys ready?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific track?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even quit exercising.
I have a white tracksuit. I got it from the warehouse. If you...
Did any of that really help us get him?
No way.
You guys
Not a
figure out
chance.
what it is?
You heard him, right?
I don't know. You're
First
stupid.
of all, we know that he was on his way, so next why did he choose
What
the
did
specific
Celeste
track?
say?
What do you mean, the...
I got it!
Why you got
It matched the one the...
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's
No,
wrong!
that's wrong!
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
I knew it!
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said anything about the jacket's color, so why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro, if you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be...
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big lie. What your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why?
What? That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting.
There was a maybe you only called, and after he was killed, You happened once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that!
By the
This
way,
is a
Papa
false
and Hammer
accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem.
I think we do have to
We are
stop.
all out of leads.
We gotta go. I don't think I can save. But I can pause, so I can save this for another day. My friends.
Imagine if we paused it and someone turned it off and we just had to redo everything.
Well, no, I can turn off the system. I just can't unplug the system. So this is it for today. We have to go do trick-or-treating now.
Yay.
Bye!